Hi everyone, my name is Rebecca Rodriguez and I am the Development Director at Global Sanctuary for Elephants. I just wanted to take a quick moment to welcome everybody to our very first Trunks and Treasures online auction and virtual event. We are just so excited to be able to share this evening with you and to also share the auction with you. You are so important to this organization and we truly could not do what we do without you. Our mission to rescue, protect, and provide sanctuary to elephants all over the world would be impossible without you by our side. And we are just so glad that we get to share this entire adventure with all of you. I recently had the opportunity to visit Elephant Sanctuary Brazil. It was the opportunity of a lifetime to see all that has already been created and all that is at the tip of our fingertips is amazing. Elephants in South America really need our help, and we are in the position where we can help them. And that's thanks to you. Tonight we have a very special event planned for you. We are going to be highlighting some of the auction items. We have a very special item to share with you, as well as some wonderful items that have been donated by our very talented supporters. We are also going to have some special video footage. If this is your first time joining us and you have not learned about Global Sanctuary for Elephants yet, you are going to learn a lot tonight. If you already have learned about Global Sanctuary for Elephants and you are a longtime supporter, you are going to have fun as well because we have some special videos, special highlights, and some great surprises. There's something for everybody tonight, so sit back, relax, and enjoy the evening.
Welcome, everyone, and thank you so much for being here, being a part of the Trunks and Treasures online auction. It's time now for the virtual portion of our fundraiser for elephants tonight. And you know what? We could not do this without you and without a lot of wonderful sponsors. That's what makes it happen. Thank you so much to all of these incredible sponsors that helped to make this happen. We could not do it without any of them. So thank you to each and every one. And especially thank you to you for being here, for your care, for your love, for your support. And if you haven't already, make sure and get on and get registered at globalelephants.afrogs.org. Now, once you go there, you get registered real quick, and there's almost 150 wonderful items that we'll be talking about here in a few minutes. But how can we really get this event started without the founders? 10 years ago, without them, without their love and their vision, how could we be here today? Well, we couldn't. So let's start off the event hearing from Scott and Kat.
Hi everyone, I'm Scott Blaze, one of the co-founders of Global Sanctuary for Elephants.
And I am Kat Blaze, the other co-founder.
And we are here in Elephant Sanctuary Brazil, which is in the middle of Mato Grosso, the state of Mato Grosso in Brazil, and overlooking the female Asian habitat, which is in the middle of about 1,100 hectares or 2,800 acres. We're so excited to be having this event and opening the door for you guys to learn more about what we're doing, as well as giving us support so we can continue our mission. This life in sanctuary is transformative for elephants, and we're very grateful for you to be involved, get to know us a little bit more, get to know the elephants, and be part of making the world so much better for these elephants that have suffered so much in captivity.
We depend upon donations to do this work. You know, we have a lot of elephants that come here without receiving any care, any medical care, any foot care for 40 or 50 years. So we have a lot to make up for, and they require a lot of care, and that requires a fair bit of money, and that is where you all come in.
We get a lot of credit for making Sanctuary come true, but it really is everyone has donated, everyone who gets involved, and without you, we can't do this. We can't give the elephants this voice, their autonomy, the chance for freedom, the chance to develop new family and friends. And so thank you for getting involved and helping to make Sanctuary possible.
You can look at the items up for bid, donate on something for yourself, for someone else. You can, if there's nothing you want or you're not a fan of stuff, you can always just donate. And if you are unable to do either of those things, you can always share it on your social media page, tell a friend. There's always a way that you can help.
And if you're new to Elephant Sanctuary Brazil and Global Sanctuary for Elephants, welcome aboard. We're glad to have you part of this growing family. We look forward to sharing more about what this life is for elephants, and looking forward to hearing from you as the weeks and months and years go by as we work together to give all elephants in South America a new life.
So thank you. Feel free to bid, feel free to give, share, however it is that you want to help. And thanks again.
Well, thank you, Scott and Kat, and thank you once again. As Rebecca and Scott and Kat had mentioned, this is all about you and your love and your support to be able to give a voice, to be able to give the lives and the time now that they deserve for all of these girls that have been there, who are about to be here at the Global Sanctuary for Elephants. So thank you so much. Now let's go over a few things here. Once again, my name's Corey Michaels. I'm so honored and humbled to be able to be here and to be a part and to give a little bit of a voice for what is happening with all of the girls and our new girls that are going to be coming as well. And we'll talk a lot about them coming up. And as Scott and Kat had mentioned, if you're a new family members, welcome. And gosh, thank you so much. And for everyone who's been here from the start or somewhere along the way in the journey, thank you for continuing with your love and your support. And you're going to have a lot of fun through all of this as well. But it all starts with getting on at globalelephants.afrogs.org. Get registered right there. And as Kat had mentioned, if you're into bidding on some wonderful items, there's experiences, there's artwork, there is so many things to be able to bid on. Please do so. There's almost 150 items and experiences for you to be able to bid on there. And also, if you're not so much into that, but you still want to help, well, there's a way for you to do that as well. Item number 1. You don't have to go anywhere else, just item number 1, and you can be able to give right there. Now, here's a couple of things to make the whole experience a whole lot better. Now, it's really good to be able to have 2 devices. Now, when I say that, what I mean is while you're watching this right now, it means you're already on. You're a part of the event, and that's awesome. But in order to be able to watch your bids and be able to watch all of this and all the videos and photos and interviews that are going to be coming, you'll want to have 2 devices. So either watch on your computer all of this or on your TV or however you want to do that. And then you can be able to bid and have all the auction items going on your phone or on your laptop or however you want to do that. But that's how you get the most out of the whole experience here. So try and have the two devices going on there. Now, there is a lot of activity that is going on in the back. I apologize, but something's going on or they would not be this active back here. Okay, hang on. Sorry. Okay, not sorry at all. Wow. We told you there's going to be a lot of wonderful things going on, and it's already starting. Polly, who has been a longtime supporter of the Global Sanctuary for Elephants, has already started us off with a $25,000 matching bid. So from this point forward, up to $25,000, every single dollar that you give at item number 1 there, giving to help support, bring these 3 new girls into the family here, every dollar is going to get matched. So you give $25, it's going to become $50. 50 is going to become 100, 100, 200, and you see how this all goes, all the way up to $25,000. Polly, bless you. And thank you so much. And that's the kind of love and support that's happening here. So now let's really make your dollars work right now. Thanks to Polly, let's dub it on up. And we're going to be able to get to all of the goals that we were looking for here with the help of Polly, with the help of you and everyone else coming together for all of this. So in this inaugural event, my goodness, we couldn't have started off any better. But, as we've heard from Rebecca and Scott and Kat, and, we've seen so many of the wonderful volunteers and employees, and yes, the humans that come along with all that happens with the sanctuary. It really takes this incredible group of caring individuals that are out there not getting in the way of the elephants. They're not putting themselves out there, impeding what they do and their experience and their ability to just be, but they're there to be able to support and give the enrichment for these incredible girls. And two of those wonderful folks, you've probably seen a lot of them along the way. We're going to be talking to some of them coming up here in a little bit. We've got a lot more from different aspects of what's happening with the sanctuary. But right now, for those that are maybe newer to the family, but even if you've been here all along, here is a wonderful video that really shows what every single dollar, what every single bit of love and support that you give, where it goes. Here is a good overview of what happens with the Global Sanctuary for Elephants.
The historic abuse of elephants is a worldwide phenomenon. It has long been a cultural norm to see elephants as entertainers, whether that means at circuses, as modes of transport, things to pet, or as mere objects to look at in zoos and other facilities. Global Sanctuary for Elephants was founded in response to a growing need around the world for a voice to speak for elephant rights. We are among the leaders of an expanding global coalition that is centered on creating better environments for elephants around the world. As an organization, we have initially focused our resources on South America, a continent that is facing a crisis, even as laws begin to embrace change in favor of elephant rights. The positive is that more elephants are being offered freedom. The negative is that often there's nowhere appropriate for them to live. That's why GSE co-founded Elephant Sanctuary Brazil, the first and only elephant sanctuary in South America, as a home to this aging and deserving population. ESB, as it is called, was founded by Scott and Kat Blaze, who have a combined 40 years of experience in elephant care. Scott was also the co-founder of the first vast space sanctuary for elephants in the United States. ESB, the second sanctuary Scott has established, is located in a remote area of the Mato Grosso region of South America, which offers a climate appropriate for elephants year-round, including at night, where they are free to wander without needing to return to an indoor location. The sanctuary's 2,800 acres of land also offers vast space, a necessary component to provide freedom of choice, which is essential to healing on all levels. In addition to this autonomy, the philosophy of Elephant Sanctuary Brazil also includes an emotionally nurturing environment with a staff specially trained for geriatric elephant care, 24-hour on-site veterinary care, physical and mental stimulation in the form of a lush, diverse natural habitat, and the company of a herd, something that most of the elephants at ESB have lacked for their entire lives. Positive reinforcement training and protected contact are part of the sanctuary culture at Elephant Sanctuary Brazil. Both allow us to safely provide essential medical care while also reinforcing to the elephants that now they make their own choices and are in an area all their own, free from unnecessary contact with humans. We strive to offer them a home with real autonomy, a home that is finally theirs.
And that's what it's all about. That's why we're all here. That's what this entire event and what the entire sanctuary is all about. It's all about these girls. And we, again, could not do it without you, without all the sponsors that have helped to be able to make this happen and have supported all the way along. So thank you so much to each and every one of our incredible sponsors here. We can't thank you nearly enough for all of your support. And for each one of you that are watching, and however you are watching right now, whether that's Facebook, whether that's YouTube, however you're doing that, we want to hear from you. And we've got some credible prizes for you too. So just for commenting, letting us know, okay, where are you watching? Where are you supporting all the girls from? Do you have a favorite girl? Who is it? Maybe it's the Powerpuff Girls. We'll talk more about them coming up in a little bit. Whoever it happens to be, let us know. Maybe you have a question or a comment about the sanctuary. Let us know. And as you put those comments down, you automatically get put into a drawing for some fabulous prizes. Just another thank you for all of your support. And those are 2 words that you've already heard me use so often, and you've heard Kat and Scott and Rebecca and all of us have used so often. And those 2 words are thank you. Thank you. Thank you for your love and your support. You can't hear those 2 words nearly enough on behalf of each of the girls past that started the sanctuary, and the girls that are there now, all 6 of them, and the girls still to come, and why we're here right now. Thank you. And so for each of you, let's hear from you. I know I would love to hear where you are or what you're doing right now. Are you having a sip of wine? Are you sitting down with the family? Where are you right now in support of the Global Sanctuary for Elephants and our Trunks and Treasures going on tonight? Now, there are so many, and as I had mentioned a few minutes ago, so many folks and so many, the staff that is out there day in and day out in helping the enrichment and to make sure that the lives of these girls are finally what they should be. Without our interference, now we're there to be able to support them. They're there to be able to finally find family, to have their herd that they've never had before, to form friendships and things that they were never allowed to. But now they get to finish their years because of you, truly where they should be. And 2 of those folks that helped to make this happen are probably ones that you actually have talked to before. If you've been part of the family here, if you've ever commented on social media, if you've been a part of the blogs, any of that, well, then you've heard from either Sarah or from Jana, the social media manager. Sarah takes care of all the copywriting and all of that. Well, here's the 2 of them. Now you can finally put a face to those messages that you've had.
Hi everyone, this is Jana from Global Sanctuary for Elephants. First, I wanted to thank all of you for being here for our first ever Trunks and Treasures online event and auction. This is a really exciting opportunity for us to bring something virtual to you all at home, and we are really grateful that you're here. If you engage with us through social media, you have most likely talked to me before. All of us participate in the social media, but it is my main focus and responsibility. So I know a lot of you, even though you may not know me. I really enjoy getting to handle that part of GSC and getting to communicate with a lot of you. And so, hello, it is nice to meet all of you in this way.
Hi, my name is Sarah, and I am one of the editors for GSE. If you've ever interacted with anyone on the blog, that would probably be me most of the time. So I've got some friends out there that I talk to pretty regularly and you commenters, so it's nice to talk to you now.
My favorite part of working for Global Sanctuary for Elephants as the social media manager is being able to have the opportunity to connect so many supporters to not only each other and not only to the Elephants and to Kat and Scott and the rest of the sanctuary team, but to a mission that is far greater than ourselves. It is an extreme privilege to be able not only to do that for myself, but to play a role in the lives of so many, even if it's through something as silly as a funny video or a daily blog post or sharing news from the elephant world from various countries. It's important.
My favorite thing about working for Global Sanctuary for Elephants is the community that not just we have on our team here in the States, but the community that has grown up around this organization. I know that some of you have made friends with each other, so just through interacting on social media through the Global Sanctuary for Elephants, seeing the community that's been created and knowing that you will come to us whenever we ask for help, whenever we need anything. You guys rise to the challenge every time, and it's been really moving for me to see.
I have learned a lot from working for this organization. It is a really nice reminder and lesson to know that individually we can all make a difference.
What have I learned most about working for Global Sanctuary for Elephants? Well, I've learned that elephants are unique creatures and they're intelligent and they're moving, and I think the most important thing that I've learned is that true healing is actually possible. It was nice to talk to all of you and bid on all of the items that you're interested in. We look forward to it. Bye.
Jana, Sarah, thank you so much. Thank you for what you do each and every day. Once again, I don't want you to forget, thank you to Polly, who gave that $25,000 matching donation to kick off the event tonight with the Trunks and Treasures. So every single donation that you're making right now, up to that $25,000 mark, is going to get matched. So $100 becomes $200, $1,000 becomes $2,000. Okay, again, you see how this all works. So come on, let's really make that money work. Let's make it work for our girls. And the 3 new girls that are going to be here, Kenya, Poopy, and Kooky, that are going to be coming up here. And I just love the fact that I get to say Poopy, because, you know, there's not that many occasions in fundraising that you get to say Poopy, and it's okay. So that is just one of our 3 new African elephants that are going to be here and a part of the family. And of course, the need for the new, continued enclosure of fencing. So not a new enclosure, but new fencing to go, so that our 6 of the Asian elephants, our girls that have been there, they have their area. And then the 3 African elephants, who are going to be new for the sanctuary, are going to have their area as well. It's all part of the 2,800 acres there that allow the girls to be able to just explore, just be able to be elephants, the thing that they were born to be and what they should always have been. And now they get to be, because of you and because of sponsors like our Roar sponsor. Now, a Roar sponsor means $5,000 or more was given at one time. And this sponsor, Alice Canella, she's a Roar sponsor at $10,000. So Alice, thank you. Thank you so much. And thank you to each and every one of you. Now, I want you to know this, that no matter what your amount is that you're able to give, please give what you can. And yes, we thank Alice for that $10,000, Polly for the $25,000. That is amazing. But don't think that because, okay, you don't have $10,000 or $25,000 just laying around to be able to help out, it doesn't mean that what you give doesn't matter. Don't ever, because I see this, and I've seen it already tonight, where people go, I'm sorry, this is all I had, and it was $25 or it was $50 or whatever it happened to be. Please don't ever say you're sorry, because you're giving what you can, and that's what matters. Because not one of us, not even Alice, not even Polly, none of us are able to do this by ourselves. Scott and Kat and all of their visions, all of their hard work over these last 10 years and really 40 years that they have put in to being able to enrich the lives of these amazing girls and so many like them. Can't do it by ourselves, but each of us together, Let me tell you, that's where true magic happens. It's me, it's you, it's my $25 and your $50, and Brad over there behind all the controls with $100, because you know he makes the big money back there running all the video, and Alice with $200. Whatever it is, each of us together with our amount that we're able to give. Together, that's where miracles happen for each and every one of these girls and all the ones to come from here. So please don't ever say you're sorry, because it all matters. So thank you very much. It matters to Bambi. It matters to Guillermina, to Lady, to Mara, to Maya, to Hannah, and to our girls to come still. So thank you so much for all of that. Now, when we talk about all of the staff and the folks that help to make this happen each and every day, they're at the sanctuary or back in the offices of the sanctuary, like Sarah and Jana that are doing all the social media and all, it takes all of them. But you know what? As far as at the sanctuary, the heart of all of that is with the veterinary care that is there 24 hours a day, not to get in the way, not to be pervasive with the elephants, but to be there when and if they are needed. But it's so important that they are always there. And that starts with our lead veterinarian, Dr. Trish London. And without her and without the rest of the staff, that care wouldn't be there. So let's find out a little bit more, and then I have a really special thing, if you haven't already seen it yourself, an experience to be able to have that you can have with Dr. Trish London. But let's hear from Dr. Trish right now about her experience with the sanctuary.
My name is Trish London. I'm a veterinarian. I have been specializing in elephants for 7 years, working all around the world with mostly Asian elephants. We are currently at Elephant Sanctuary Brazil, in the middle of one of the habitats that we often don't get to see because the girls are usually here, but they are elsewhere today, so we could come to see what it's like from their point of view. They finally get peace. I didn't truly appreciate how bad the lives were of the other captive elephants. The basics that the elephants need, that they're not getting in their lives, emotionally, physically, mentally, everything. And they get to experience that, what all of these girls have been missing their entire lives. I've always known I wanted to be a vet. I feel so grateful that I get to do this. I get to know so many elephants all over the world that I can use what I know and what I've learned in my schooling to help them and to share the knowledge to help other people to help them, trying to provide them with a true sanctuary. Here I see what's possible for captive elephants everywhere. It can be done. And it's a healing place for everybody.
Dr. Trish is amazing. And the rest of the veterinary staff and all the staff that is out there at the sanctuary. But you know what? If you've ever wondered, what is the day-to-day life of a veterinarian? I mean, yes, bless all of our veterinarians when our dog gets sick, or kitty cat or whatever, and we take her to our vet. But no, I mean, when we're talking about an animal, a creature of this size, that takes such a specialized learning and experience to be there and to be there with these incredible girls. And Dr. Trish, you can be able to have an hour Q&A, just a conversation with her, talk about the girls, talk about what it takes to take care of them. What are some of the experiences that she's had. Maybe ask her about some of your favorite girls. Maybe it's one of the, the Powerpuff Girls. And, I know I've mentioned them, and for anyone who's been around for a while, they know who the Powerpuff Girls are. If you're newer to the family, it's okay. I don't want to leave you out of this at all. The Powerpuff Girls are Hannah, Mara, and Bambi. Now, these three girls, when they came here, they didn't know each other beforehand, but they became fast friends. And the three of them are inseparable. They got the affectionate nickname, the Powerpuff Girls. So whoever you would like to find out more about, well, you can do that. And right now, that experience is at only $150. So let's get those bids up. That is bid number 4. If you haven't already, please do so. Go to globalelephants.afrogs.org. It takes you just a few seconds to get registered. And then there's almost 150 different items and different experiences, some of them once in a lifetime, like this one right here at number 4. So please go get that checked out as well. And another experience along the same lines. I'm going to go ahead and let Scott and Kat tell you more about that, and then we'll talk here in a moment.
For those of you who are already browsing, checking everything out, you may have already seen it, but one of the options up for bid is a sunset chat with me and Kat. There's a beautiful location, beautiful new building, and we'll be joining you from there as the sun goes down over the sanctuary, and it is absolutely breathtaking almost every day. And this is, again, a unique opportunity to chat with Kat and I.
Ask us whatever it is you want. If you have a favorite elephant you want to know more about, if you have questions about behavior, if you have questions about the future of Sanctuary, all of that works.
We're really excited to offer this opportunity, and again, looking forward to meeting whoever is the lucky person who wins.
I mean, come on. Who wouldn't like to talk to Scott and Kat? I mean, for 10 years, this is their vision, but it's all of us that made it happen. Wouldn't you want to, as a part of the family, a newer or older part of the family, be able to chat with them, look at that incredible, in real time, sunset over the sanctuary there, sip a little wine or, whatever other beverage you happen to enjoy, and then chat with the two of them about what got it started, whether it was that inspiration of Ramba, or was it, what was it that started it? And for Scott, the 40 years ago when all of this began, what was it that really was the inspiration for everything that is now the Global Sanctuary for Elephants? You can find out all of that and chat with them. Really a once-in-a-lifetime experience, and that is item number 3. So go ahead and get those bids in on that right now, and along with all the rest of the wonderful items. Now, we have some also, besides the incredible experiences, also some incredible items. Now, we're going to talk some more about this, but let's start with one of the paintings that's by Molly LaRocco. And here's Molly to talk about the painting, and then we'll chat a little bit more about it here in just a moment.
Hi, I'm Molly LaRocco, the Development Coordinator for Global Sanctuary for Elephants. I'm also a donating artist. This piece can be found in our auction. It is titled Melody. It is an 11 by 14 framed acrylic painting on canvas. What I love about this piece is the multi-dimensional colors found, merging as one and flowing beautifully. I hope you enjoy and find something that you absolutely love in our auction, celebrating and supporting the girls in the mission of Sanctuary.
It's just beautiful. I mean, think about that. Hanging up in your home, in your office, and not only every time that you look at it, do you get to remember you're part of the family. You're part of helping these girls be able to have the lives that they deserve. And for the new girls that are coming in, and for any of the girls or any of the elephants after that to follow, are helped because of you. And just by seeing that, and then every time someone comes over and goes, look at that amazing painting, Where did you get that from? You get to tell them all about GSE and talk about the girls and talk about the importance of all of that is happening. So see, you really get so many things out of this. And that is item number 8, the Melody framed 11 by 14 painting by Molly. And then also at number 42, and I love this one, it is a handmade quilt. Now, quilts are fabulous anyway, but this one, it features some of the girls from the ESB. It is different Facebook photos that Cynthia had found on Facebook of the girls, and then quilted versions of them. I mean, she even has the lollipop tree in there. I mean, come on. Talk about a one-of-a-kind, incredible item right there. And that is item number 42. So there's those two. There's almost 150 different things for you to be able to bid on. So please get those bids in right now. And we have, I tell you what, a couple of things coming up that still blow my mind. And one of them, I'm going to go ahead and let Scott and Kat talk about here and tell you a little bit more about.
As a true sanctuary, we're not open to the public. We don't have any public visitation at all at this point. We will be opening up for very small, isolated groups, school groups, biologists, veterinarians, things of this nature, but a very, very limited basis.
And a volunteer program.
All of this is in the works and takes some time, but we're right now focusing everything, all of our energy, all the funds, definitely going towards developing space for the elephants. But we want to give people a chance to see, or give a special person a chance to see and visit the sanctuary firsthand. It does make all the difference in the world. A lot of people have seen it from the outside, but when you do come here, when we've had some of our team visit, they said everything changes.
We love this place and the elephants love this place, but be warned, it is not for everyone. It is hot, it is dirty, it is full of bugs and snakes and spiders and all sorts of good things. But as long as that works for you, it's lovely.
This is definitely a serious bidders only only item. This is truly a once in a lifetime opportunity. It doesn't happen often, and to have this chance is pretty unique. So we're excited to meet the person who wins, and if you happen to not be the person that wins, we're going to be looking for other opportunities in future auctions to expand this, to help other people get a first-hand glimpse of what sanctuary really means.
So with that, happy bidding.
And good luck.
All right. Now, we're talking 3 days, or 3 nights, 2 days there at the sanctuary. This is a once-in-a-lifetime experience. Now, as Kat had mentioned, Scott had mentioned, this isn't going to be for everyone. And it doesn't mean you don't care about the girls. Just because you don't want to go sweat every bit and piece and part off of you and get carried off by bugs. I mean, bugs. When they say bugs, we're not talking about little idiot. We're talking bugs. Okay, now that's not to scare you off. It's just to give you a reality of this, because you're going to be staying right there. Now, okay, there are, I guess, is the opportunity that you could stay at another facility, but you're going to be like an hour and a half away from the sanctuary. Not really the way you want to do this, I don't think. But it's okay. We want your bids. We want to get them in there, and let's keep them going. That is item number 2. And so get your bids in on this incredible experience. Hang out with Scott and Kat. Hang out with the girls. You know, okay, you're not going to be like running up and like petting on them, but you're going to be able to be right there and get to witness the way that their lives get to be spent, the way that it should have always been, and the way it is now because of you. So that is item number 2 there. There are, as we make our way through really towards the ending now of our virtual event portion of the Trunks and Treasures, one of the things that I know I talk to a lot of people about when it comes to fundraising activities, and they go, you know what, one of the worst parts of doing a silent auction, and that's essentially what we're doing here with the online auction, is a silent auction, is I bid, I really want this item, and while I wasn't looking, someone rushed up behind me right at the last second, and they outbid me. Okay, well, part of the outbidding thing, I'm sorry, not sorry, is the fact that we want them to, and then we want you to outbid them. But we also don't want you to lose out on something that you really, really want. And that's where Bid Wars come in. And this happens at 9 o'clock Eastern Time on Monday. That's the end of the online auction, sort of. Because Bid Wars, if someone comes in the last second and you don't happen to be watching and they outbid you and think, ha, I got it. Well, no, they didn't, because you're going to get a alert letting you know that someone outbid you, and it adds a little time on there. And it gives you time to be able to then go and bid, and then it gives them time. And it goes back and forth, whether it's 10 people, 2 people, whatever it happens to be. Once it gets down to just one person, then that auction is truly over. Bid Wars are a lot of fun. And so get in and don't worry about being outbid until you've hit the number that you're done with. And then you can always just go to item number 1 and just make a safe, secure online donation to be able to help out with the girls. We've gotten to the point here where we're just really talking to you as a part of the family, as someone who cares about these girls, that cares about these elephants that are all around. And there are so many of them that even with the incredible legislation that has happened, they still have to have a place to go. And that's where the sanctuary comes in. That's where you come in. And right now, let's see a little bit more about how you can be able to give and where your giving goes.
Founded in 2013, Elephant Sanctuary Brazil's first elephant residents, Maya and Gita, arrived in 2016. Theirs was a remarkable story of 2 individuals who were forced to perform, then kept on chains, creating an antagonistic relationship with one another at the circus, but who then became the truest of soulmates once given the freedom that Sanctuary offers. Unfortunately, each elephant here has their own heartbreaking tale, but Sanctuary prevents their past from being their whole story. Each individual here has a future that is allowed to unfold every day. Part of our plan to rescue more elephants includes welcoming 3 female African elephants, Kenya, Kuki, and Poopy, the first African elephants to join us at ESB. The 3 are almost ready for transfer to Sanctuary, and we are ready for them to join us. While the first phase of their habitat construction has been completed, it is essential that we expand their space, giving them room to roam and graze in a larger area, and providing them with freedom of choice about when, where, and with whom they want to spend their time. More room also means more elephants, of which there are multitudes in Latin America we can help, with more fenced-in space. Global Sanctuary for Elephants has a vision for bringing as many elephants to a safe haven as possible. We encourage you to make a donation towards the African elephants and their habitat now. Your gift today will help us meet our truest goal, to allow each individual the opportunity to learn who they are and to just be elephants, perhaps for the first time ever.
And you know, the news just keeps getting better all the time. While that was playing, and what an amazing video, huh? I mean, just looking at where they were and the heartbreak of their story. And each story, yes, is a little different, but each one so heartbreaking. But yet each part now of watching their lives, of watching what they have and where their lives get to be here forward is so amazing. And it brings such joy to them, to each one of us getting to watch their joy. And I want to say thank you once again to Polly, because not only did Polly earlier give $25,000 as a matching donation, while we were watching the video, she came in again and said, you know what, let's do another $25,000 matching bid. So, Polly, bless you so much, and each of you, each and every one. So, okay, let's not let that money go to waste, okay? Polly has put it out there. Let's make sure that each dollar is going where it is supposed to go, and that's making sure that when we talk about expansion, again, it's not expanding the acre. We've got 2,800 acres out there, but when the 6 girls that are there are all Asian elephants, and anyone who's been a part of the family for a while know that, but maybe if you're newer, you didn't realize all the girls so far are Asian elephants. The 3 girls coming, Kenya and Poopy and Kuki, are all African elephants, so bigger, stronger. So they need a different area to be able to still roam and enjoy and make their decisions and do all the things that enrich their lives now. Give them that herd, that family that they really have never had before in their lives, but they need their own area to do that. And we're not talking about just regular fencing here. And Scott and Kat are going to talk a little bit more about that right now. So let's go ahead and hear from Scott and Kat, and we'll talk more here in just a moment.
So for those who may not want to bid on something, but still want to be able to support the sanctuary and support the girls, we have a fund to need, and it is for fencing for the expansion of the African elephant habitat.
Fencing is imperative to give the elephants the freedom that is sanctuary. A lot of people don't want to see fencing in a sanctuary, but it's a reality. You can't just put them in an open farm and say stay. You know, they're very inquisitive, they're very exploratory. They want to keep going further, but the fences create a safe space for them to have the autonomy to explore 24/7. There's never a time here where they have to be closed in and inside. It is completely their space to explore.
Without humans by their side.
Without any sort of dictation by us.
Sure.
You know, it is up to them, but that is expensive.
While we know people like to fund rescues, and we like to do rescues, a lot of this needs to be done before any of that happens. We've been asked about taking other African elephants, some of you will already know who they are. So generally our response is that we would love to take them, but it's going to take time. We need to raise the funds, then we need to construct the habitats, and then we need to get permits for accepting additional elephants on top of those 3 elephants. And you know, by the time you get to the end of that, they often don't want to wait that long to be able to rescue those elephants, and some elephants can't wait that long. So while there is a chance we could have had more than 3 elephants, we can't until we expand. So,
as Kat said, everyone likes the glory of the rescue. But what was really meaningful is not that high profile part, it's the dirty part. It's the construction, it's the infrastructure, it's building the facilities that makes the rescue possible. And again, that is really what sanctuary is all about. That's really heart and soul of giving them the sanctuary. The rescue is a moment in time. A beautiful moment, a celebratory moment, but it's just one moment. It's what happens before and after that is really what sanctuary is all about. So anybody that wants to get involved on the front end, build the space available, allow us to say yes sooner, will allow more elephants to come here to the Elephant Sanctuary Brazil.
And when Scott and Kat are talking about the fencing, and as you're looking at the video there that shows part of the fencing, you know, we're not talking about, okay, a three-rail fence that you might see around a lot of pastures and things. We're talking about something, of course, a lot stronger, a lot more money. Now, we look at the numbers that we've talked about in, you know, and it seems like a great number, and it has been, that we've been raising because of your generosity. But the reality for this second expansion to bring in the 3 new girls, that's over $600,000 total. That's the reality of what it takes to be able to have that new area, that new expansion done. We're talking about, and this is using the best that we can find in the most effective, cost-effective, and environmentally effective way, because it is recycled oil drill steel pipe. I mean, so we're talking about really serious steel piping that has to go down now even farther because, again, the African elephants, they're bigger, they're stronger than the Asian elephants that have been there. The girls are already, very stout young ladies that have been there. But these girls, the piping needs to go down even deeper and be concreted in. And so it just requires a lot more. So all of that needs to happen, and it takes all of us together to be able to make that happen. There are so many elephants, and in South America, between entertainment, as it's been called, and circus and zoos and things like that, there are so many. And even with the incredible legislation that has happened, it still means with all of those rights, the elephants still need that place to then go from there. So that's what Sanctuary is all about. That's where your dollars, that's where your donations, that's where your love and support goes. So together, we can be able to bring in more and more, to be able to give them the lives that they always have deserved to have. And you can give that to them. So, make your donations. You have until Monday at 9 p.m. for the online auction. Excuse me. And that's 9 p.m. Eastern time. The auction will go until then, globalelephants.afrogs.org. Lots of things to be able to bid on. The bid wars, as we talked about, that happens right at 9 o'clock Eastern time. So no one can outbid you without you knowing about it and you having the time to be able to go on and bid more and to give more. And that's really the biggest thing that I can ask you. And on behalf of Bambi, on behalf of Guillermina, Lady, Mara, here to my left, and Maya over here to my right, and Hannah, and the girls to come, Kenya, and Poopy, and Kooky, all of the staff, Scott, and Kat, and Rebecca, and everyone else, Dr. Trish, we say thank you. And thank you for your love and your care and your generosity. And we, again, can't thank you enough for being a part of the family. So keep those donations coming in right now. Bless you, and let's continue to make the lives for these girls and so many more where and what it should be. Thank you.